my wife's school in Creekside, and Saturday night and Memorial Day weekend. Sound good to me. You have straight A's?
Greetings, Saint Nation. Greetings, Saint Nation. I am humbled and proud to welcome you to the 47th installment of the commencement exercise of Sandalwood High School, home of the mighty Saints. This is a very sacred time for our graduates, parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. This class of 2019 is second to none. With 668 graduates, this class has met the goal of 99 for the 1-9. That's 99% of this class has met all graduation requirements. 90% of them are college ready in reading and math. 90% of them have already completed dual enrollment courses. Earlier this month, 76 of our seniors graduated with their associate's degrees. Over 350 of our students have received entrance into a college or university, and 11 have enlisted into the United States military. I'd like to thank all of our faculty and staff for their hard work and dedication to our children each and every day. Faculty and staff, go ahead and wave to all the fans out here. Wave to them. Thank you very much. Parents and guardians, today marks the culmination of countless hours monitoring homework, attending after-school programs, and attending many parent-teacher conferences. And yes, now is the end of the principal's online newsletter. All for this special day. This is Saint Nation, a day of success. Will the parents and guardians of our honorees please stand? Thank you very much. Parents and guardians, please give yourselves a round of applause as well. We celebrate you today as well. Thank you. As the processional begins, let us all rise for the class of 2019 and remain standing through the presentation of colors by the Air Force ROTC program from Sandalwood High School, the national anthem, and our alma mater.
evening, everyone. We will now be doing the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Class of 2019, how y'all doing? Okay, you guys may be seated. Good evening, teachers, families, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. I would like to once again congratulate all of you for making it to this point. We have been waiting for this day for what seems like forever. Today, we will close one door that will open thousands. These 4 years may seem like they flew by, but we spent 1,460 days together, totaling 5,040 hours learning. Regardless of how long or short this journey may have seemed to you, we all dedicated many years of our life to our education to ensure a brighter future. But what makes time seem to fly by? Do we measure our time in tragedy, friendships, laughs, celebrations, or is it just being frazzled by all of these emotions that make us lose track of time? In these 4 years, we as a class have seen both tragedy and triumph, not only in our community, but throughout our nation. Our story together began August 2015, where we all entered high school excited to see what the halls of Sandalwood had in store for us. We were momentarily enthused by officially becoming high schoolers that societal issues seemed to slip away at the seams, not yet being active members in society's politics and misfortune. As some may vaguely remember, the shooting of the Charleston church that took the lives of 9 African Americans, including the senior pastor and a state senator, which left us all bewildered that racism still exists in the 21st century. While this made many question society's ability to evolve, there was also a turning point this year: the legalization of same-sex marriage. This law had openly been fought for throughout 55 years to pass legalizing same-sex marriage in all 50 states. This allowed us to end our first chapter in a bittersweet way. During our sophomore year, we were able to remove our training wheels, but we were still trying to find some balance. The load of coursework increased, and we finally realized that we should probably join a few clubs. We had asserted a new level of confidence within Sandalwood, finally finding our own place. The first emotional conflict of this year was the loss of a fellow saint of the class of 2019, Lizzie Ross, someone that we all loved that left us all too soon. This loss sparked a fire within our class, fighting to increase the number of street lights and sidewalks surrounding Sandalwood to guarantee that we protect our other fellow saints. The year of 2016 brought countless changes within society. One that impacted a large community within the United States was the mass shooting in a nightclub in Orlando, targeting the LGBT+ community, striking fear into all of their hearts. As we worked to overcome the collateral damage caused, we were in the midst of another great change within our country, the election of a new president of our great nation. This controversial election threw the country into disarray, as citizens were trying to figure out who to trust within our nation. Ultimately, President Donald Trump was voted into office to lead our country into the future, which brought our second chapter to a close. Junior year, we laced up our shoes and were ready to face all the challenges ahead. We increased our rigor in our classes, finally made the varsity teams, and prepared for college. The stress of the SAT and ACT became really real. Last-minute volunteer hours and the struggle to take as many free college credits as possible was a vivid reality. But school this year changed. Students nationwide, for the first time, were timid to attend their classes. This year not only changed us forever, but our educational system. In our very own county, we had a shooting at a local football game, a place where we would go to celebrate our school pride and come together as a community. In this chapter of life, we were taught that we must look for the positives and find ways to heal, just like our ozone layer that will be fully healed by our 10-year reunion, and that's something to celebrate. The introduction to our final chapter began with an overwhelming amount of emotions. We were happy to finally be finished with high school, but also sad to be moving on to new things with new people away from our comfort zones. We applied to colleges and scholarships, trying to align everything for the fast approaching future. A little further down our timeline, we accepted those scholarships and chose the place that we would be spending the next 4 chapters of our life. We slowly but surely started to become adults, learning to be more responsible and accountable over our lives. We were suddenly able to become active participants in society with the ability to vote and open up credit cards. To our parents, we all grew up too fast, but we still questioned if we were ready to be on our own, if we could handle societal pressures and effectively take care of ourselves. While many take this time on their earth for granted, we were given a rude awakening this year of the loss of 3 Sandalwood alumni, teaching us to be grateful of the time we are given because it can be taken away at any moment. This last chapter was full of self-discoveries and tested all of our limits. But here we stand today, proving that no matter how many plot twists we have endured, we always come out on top. All the obstacles, no matter how insignificant they may have seemed at the time, each molded us into the men and women we are today, about to conquer the world. Today we close the book of primary education. Will you dare to read what happens next? Please welcome to the podium Jolie Gutierrez, Senior Class Vice President.
Hello, everyone. It is my privilege to introduce the class of 2019 platform guests. Please hold applause until all introductions are complete. In the first row on my left, Mr. Wayne Green, Chief of Schools. The Honorable Shara Grimes, Duval County Public Schools Board, District 1. Ms. Sharwanda Peak, Assistant Superintendent, School Choice. Mr. Corey Wright, Region Superintendent, Alternative in High Schools. Dr. Saren Hatcher, Principal, Sandalwood High School. Ms. Audrey Gibson, Florida State Senator. Mr. Michael Cecere, Sandalwood, Teacher of the Year. In the row, first on my right side, Harrison Hawthorne, President, Senior Class. Sarah Boudreau, Secretary, Senior Class. Sanari Yakub, Treasurer, Senior Class. Lena Doty, Historian, Senior Class. Bobby Radloff, Senior Class, Representative. Nicholas Smith, Valedictorian. Ryan Gumbayan, Salutatorian. In the second row on my left, Ms. Linda Graham, Principal, Sabapalm Elementary. Ms. Teresa Mowbray, Principal, Fletcher Middle. Ms. Teresa Brown, Principal, Southside Estates Elementary. Ms. Susan Phillips, Principal, Tex Creek Elementary. Ms. Lisa Brady, Principal, Waterleaf Elementary. Ms. Joanne Taylor, Teacher, Sandalwood. In the second row on my right, Ms. Susan Schau, Principal, Kernan Trail Elementary. Mr. David Gilmore, Principal, Landmark Middle. Mr. Calvin Reddick, Principal, Wendy Hill. Ms. Lynn Minkle, Retiring Teacher. Ms. Kyra Knight McKay, Chair, School Advisory Council. Mr. Ed Radloff, President, Sandalwood PTSA. Dr. Chuck Krajier, Sandalwood Dual Enrollment Instructor, Professor, Florida State College. At this time, please welcome Ms. Motley to the stage for a special presentation.
I love you all too. Good evening. Each year, we vote on senior superlatives, our claim to yearbook fame. This year, there's one nominee who would win every single category, Elizabeth Lizzie Ross. In your absence, we are thinking of you as the most popular student in school because you are on everyone's minds, as the most likely to succeed because you've touched all of our hearts, as the most spirited because you were such a spirited person. When you were here, you had the best eyes, the best smile, the best personality. Without you, we are the most likely to miss a friend, the biggest criers, the most likely to feel sadness as the years pass. We will find some comfort in your memory because thoughts of you and our time together are the best memories anyone could have. Mr. and Mrs. Ross, please join me at the podium. Elizabeth Alice Ross, affectionately known as Lizzie to her family and friends, was a member of the class of 2019 before she was suddenly taken away from us as she walked to school. Lizzie was a member of the Marching Saints and was a member of the Color Guard. Lizzie's bubbly personality is truly missed. Today, along with the class of 2019, we present you with this honorary diploma, which reads, "This certifies that Elizabeth Ross, having satisfactorily completed all requirements of the law and standards for high school graduation as prescribed by the State Board of Education and the District School Board, is hereby awarded this honorary diploma. by order of the Duval County School District, June 3rd, 2019. It is my pleasure to welcome our 2019 valedictorian, Nicholas Smith.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations. On behalf of all of us students, I want to thank the teachers, administrators, and all of the faculty who've supported us on this journey we've undertaken. Thank you to all the coaches, custodians, counselors, and resource officers who've been behind the scenes working to make the last 4 years so great. I want to personally thank Mr. Nolan for all the wisdoms he shared, and Mr. Levy for teaching me humility, as well as teaching me when to shut up. I also want to thank Mr. Alfonso for teaching me to keep my nose to the grindstone. I'm sure that every one of us has learned important lessons like these over the past 4 years. It's certain that each of us is totally different now than we were when we first walked those halls as 9th graders. I remember my first class of high school, when Mr. Lesson was reviewing the school policy regarding cell phone use. He had just gotten to the part where he explained to us that any cell phones found would be taken away when I pulled my phone from my pocket, pointed my camera at him, and told him to smile. Looking back on moments like that makes me very, very appreciative that I've grown from the immature 14-year-old I once was. My experiences here at Sandalwood helped me become more focused on academics and helped me to hone in on my life goals. In a dual enrollment class that I took with Professor Crozier, I made a C on one of his quizzes. I talked to Mr. Crozier, and he encouraged me to keep working hard. An A was still possible. I followed his advice. I put in the hard work, and by the time our last test grade was put into place, my grade had risen just barely above the threshold, and I received an A. This experience, among many here at Sandalwood, helped me to believe in myself and in my abilities. Now, I hope that each one of us standing here today, or sitting rather, has, through this high school experience, found out just who we are and who we want to be. As said by Peter Dinklage in Game of Thrones, never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you. Knowing yourself and knowing what you stand for are the keys to success in a world that is so full of chaos and strife. Before my time with you comes to an end, I want to thank all the moms, dads, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, and other family members who've guided their students along their paths, which have led us here today. The pride you must be feeling now should be enormous, and rightfully so, because today is the first day of a future filled with greatness for the class of 2019. Thank you all, and good luck. Please welcome our senior class president, Harrison Hawthorne.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, and of course, my fellow graduating class of 2019. Thank you to the administration for making this the best senior year a student can ask for. We thank you all for joining us on this momentous occasion to celebrate what these young adults have achieved. We are all witnessing so many bright minds continuing their stories and writing the next chapter in their books. When I was preparing for the speech, I thought to myself, what have these past 4 years really meant to me? And it's just that, a wonderful chapter in my book, a segment and fragment of my overall story. A pop song released in 2004 really characterizes the true essence of writing our story. If you know it, please say it along with me. I am unwritten. You can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning. The pen's in my hand, and the ending is unplanned. So, what's my story? Well, a shy homeschool kid coming into the largest student population in Duval County, with the only person I knew being my older brother, Hamilton. I joined a few programs like band with Mr. Panoff, and Avid with Miss Parker, Miss Hager, and Miss Rowett, and yes, there are always Miss Hager and Rowett to me. These programs taught me leadership, character, organization, and as Mr. Panoff always says, being the best version of yourself. I also met countless amazing teachers that are the embodiment of the Sandalwood spirit, such as the Elkins, Miss Guzzoni, Mr. Langford, Dr. Tassel, and so many more. Then, of course, my peers and friends that I've met in the strangest and weirdest ways, but that have always been there for me through thick and thin. No matter how goofy or ridiculous they might seem, like Herb or John Ross, they still somehow always seem to come through. All the struggles and tribulations that came along the way were all easily surpassed due to my parents, siblings, closest friends, and guidance from trusted mentors. Fellow classmates, we have been and will forever be writing our own stories. We are the master of our own fates and the captains of our own souls. No one else but you can control your future. The pen is in your hand. As you walk across the stage, you're staring at the blank page in front of you. You can taste the future that you have dreamed of since you were a child. And you can start today by releasing all inhibitions and things in your life that say that you can't do it. If you're the smartest person in the room, find another room and surround yourself with people that have the same drive as you. However, with all the drive in the world, you still need gas. So, find that support system that comforts you and helps you endure and get through your current situation. You can't be so hung up on where you'd rather be that you forget to make the most of where you are. So, we should enjoy the struggle in our journey and know that we're just adding pages on to the book of our life. Wherever you are in life, whatever struggle you're facing, keep an attitude. That attitude is a belief that says, no matter what I'm going through right now, I'm going to come out on top. Enjoy and savor every note along the way. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Thank you. Please welcome to the podium Sarah Boudreau, Senior Class Secretary.
Thank you, Harrison. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Wayne Green, Chief of Schools, to join me at the podium. Seniors, please rise. Mr. Green, I am proud to present to you the Sandalwood High School class of 2019. Each student here has assembled and completed all requirements as prescribed by the Duval County Public School Board in the state of Florida, and is hereby entitled to receive a high school diploma or a certificate of completion.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, the Duval County School Board, and as a representative for the superintendent, I pronounce upon those of you who have completed the necessary requirements, graduates of Duval County School System, and confer upon each of you all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Harrison Hawthorne. Angelina Booney Gutierrez. Sarah Ann Boudreaux. Lena Elaine Doty. Sonaria Yakub. Robert Patrick Radloff. Nicholas Ash Smith. Ryan Daniel Gumbayan. Piper Hayes Vaughn.
Morgan Inez Cotlong.
Morgan Lee Aldridge.
Leah Ferrer.
David Souza Leche.
Keely Brianna Holcomb.
Irena Usich.
Miriam Khalid Nadim.
Nyambi Simone Walker.
Maha Neary.
Clarissa Smith.
Nicholas James Scott.
Deborah Sejus.
Jacqueline Ayana Small.
Natalie Callejas.
Michael Larone Tucker.
Anya Valera.
Cassidy Susanna Wynn.
Angela Pally.
Elizabeth Cassandra Spate.
Derek DeZomes.
Mary Faith Grace Ayers.
Sydney Khalees Newsom.
Angela Soria Charm.
Kajori Purcell.
Deanna Brudsky.
Avery Rootson.
Ariana Khalili.
Emily Christine Gay.
Sydney Jane Larson.
Brooklyn Bell Frederickson.
Wahid Khalili.
Leah Marie Purdy.
Tabitha Guthrie.
Emily Bayakari Celine. No.
Shayna Morgan Hirsch.
Asia De Moria Gilbert.
Jenny Marie Fleming.
Farah Hope Ghanam.
Mason Thomas Guy.
Parker Lauren Wetzort.
Maria Cristomo Jimeno.
Jasmine Nata.
Zana Amel Correa.
Chance Abenez.
Sarah Hagan Hips.
Ashley Lynn Atkins.
Sean Johnson.
Hannah Montana Pan.
Samantha Jane Moon.
Stephanie Justine Benito.
Skylar Rose Dunbar.
Sydney Deanne Johns.
Kennedy Cossack.
Nicole Enid Rivera.
Christian Riley Tate.
Will Andre Cooley.
Harrison Scott Lipson.
Aaliyah Emily Pith.
Victor Eduardo Benaya.
Maya Janae Burgess.
Emily Vanessa Sapp.
Carrington Dion Johnson.
Morgan Michelle Gilbert.
Keith Cornell Jones.
Catherine Margretta.
Nakija Kaniqua Reimer.
Camille Elizabeth Ladd.
Makaria Elizabeth Allen.
Samantha Jane Selders.
Esteban. Leonardo Esteban Afonso.
Kevin Wen.
Nicole Bowie.
Anna Orego.
Isabella Marie Del Rossi.
Kelly Lynn Sakin.
Kevin Davis.
Liliana Faith Sapin.
Cameron Evans.
Emily Ann Sullivan.
Vincent Doan.
Kyle Snodgrass.
Olivia Gabriella Brewington.
Isabella Yaneva Summersky.
Lauren Danielle Fisher.
Kenneth Tail.
Amina Hamzik.
Garrett Aiden Tessier.
Nancy Yvette Harris.
Tan Dui Hong Vu.
Kiara and Louise Hatton.
Isabel Renee Correa.
Venencia Yvette Crandall.
Jackson Bresnahan.
Sarah Virginia Womack.
Tashiana Janice Jackson.
Amaya Ribeiro.
Rebecca Evelyn Chivas.
Brianna Hagens.
Alexis Danielle Marie Gerliaccio.
Jennifer Meir.
Nicholas Aaron Schroeder.
Fernanda Guiardo Pivet.
John Ross Gooden.
Danielle Perez.
Sydney Michelle Andrus.
Brianna Irene Sanabia.
Noah Lepore.
Kylie Elise Naya Twyman.
Jonathan Paradise.
Edie Hanis. Yasmin Ocho.
Hunter Ray Bradshaw.
Garlelis Gonzalez.
Amira Springfield.
Anna Kumba.
Deasia Thomas.
Darian Stefan Brown.
Nicholas Logan Owai.
Kari Tracy McKay.
Elizabeth Ann Kelly.
Aaliyah Gabrielle Morrison.
James Chase Weaver.
Nikita Marguerite Douglas.
Zachary Michael Wolf.
Vanessa Hernandez Martinez.
Sharak Mar Amagrabi.
Nicole Carolina Vieira.
Sarah Mohammed Ali.
Ashley Gabrielle Reed.
Yamalet Rodriguez.
Ivana Victoria Sepulveda.
Sabrina Rebecca Dean.
Miranda Lauren McCormick.
Antonio Clary.
Estefania Montes.
Ariel Lorraine Banks.
Catherine Natasha Carius.
Anna Elizabeth Tatum.
Washington Edwards. Imari Courtney Washington Edwards.
Elimar Faustino Kerr.
Keandre Alexandria Hall.
Logan Brooke Williams.
Shania Janelle Roberts.
Jalen Zoe Lewis.
Adam Murad Akapian.
Tamiris Arche Law.
Sydney Siobhan Banks.
Joer Lahara.
Perrier. Clarence Perrier.
Mark Wayne McCoy Jr.
Daryl Nelson.
Trenton Antoine Lazenby.
Jean Kirby August.
Jordan Kobe Skinner.
Jean Herbie August.
Emily Erin Jernig.
Kayla Tatiana Hicks.
Nada Rahman.
Jacob Edward Harms.
Colby Timothy Lee.
Ashley Adora Akon.
Brielle Pasqua.
Madison Elon Wilcox.
Savannah Rose Henley.
Madeline May Warwick.
Michaela Tay Francis.
Brenda Heaven Perez.
Jordan Faith Creatura.
Burgos. Bianca Lynette Burgos.
Luis Enrique Rico.
Melissa Gonzalez Morales.
Nicholas Alberto Pineda.
Ramson Sony.
Haley Jade Weimer.
Rashana Stallings.
Kelsey Lynn Jensen.
Mohammed Ahmad.
Justin Michael Kemp.
Alexander Knowles.
Darius Harney.
Michaela Plummer.
Madison Victoria Adaba.
Jemiah Young.
Rachel Danielle Richards Allen.
Michelle Thomas.
Wesley John Fritch.
Sela Ann Reynolds.
Brittany May Forche.
Andrina Marcia Nieves.
Jessica Paley.
Walter Manzar McClinton.
Anita Melody Izoeta.
Danella Kurtik.
Calvin Daniel Durena.
Kaylee Ann Ruffin.
Wasdale Taylor.
Shalisa L. Green.
Carl Jerome Carpenter.
Trey Amir Gilmore.
Keelan Richard Thomas.
Amber Aguirre.
Austin Edward Ducker.
Crystal Aguirre.
Jasmine Denise Crawley.
Christopher Gerard Galindez.
Cameron Jacob Howard.
Jose Galagarza.
Christian Rejuan Henri.
Hansel Eugene Drayton.
Madison Nicole Darenthal.
Skylar Rose Garrison.
Grace Natalie Jarash.
Sarah Carlin.
William Nico Adorno.
Tyler Ray Mills.
Henry Lee Coleman.
Willie Owen Campbell.
Jordan Jarrell Tyler.
Angelique Leslie Burgos.
Brandon Marcus Golden.
DeAndre Malachi Boston.
Tyrone Danielle Johnson.
Luke Thomas Burning.
Jessica Christine Harris.
Anthony Batch.
Rhea Marie Dyson.
Charles Daniel Allen.
Cameron Emmanuel Campbell.
Victor Aguirre.
Hassan Andrew Summers.
Savannah Walker.
Micah Kivo Steer.
Mohammed Lamin Bajo.
Logan Travis Collins.
Jaden Enoch.
Rayla Kangna Sharmalu.
Lorianne Capra.
Stephen Huang Wen.
Brandon Taylor Holman.
Seth Anthony Haynes.
Sophia Marie Ponson.
Kaylee Grace McDougall.
Mia Laura Horvath.
Mia Kaylin Howell.
Andrew Joss Texan.
Sarah Botani.
Ivan Bernard Amira Aguilar.
Nisha Nicole Dilian Rivera.
Tess McCoy.
Michaela McDougall.
Shaza Khatib.
Deshae Dorian Stevens.
Maya Anderson.
Kaylin Michelle Vasquez.
Carlacia Richardson.
Tabitha Jo Rattery.
Courtney Latanya Forrest.
Amber Desiree Cartmel.
Jacob Tyler Hewitt.
Nicholas David Borkowski.
Daniela Molina Ferguson.
Mark Luvat.
Luis Matthew Batista.
Natalia Rose Uten.
Dustin James Snyder.
Sarah Marie Kemp.
Jonathan Alexis Tobias.
Kendall Ward Wer.
Pavel Morosa.
Jackson Farrell.
Christina San Jose.
Natasha Krista Wetzel.
Aliana Nicole DeLuna.
Juliana Cortez Osorio.
Kayla Deanna Bradley.
Jaranisha LaShawn Noble.
Kendall Jade Curry.
Luis Antonio Mata.
Taurus Adonis Smalls.
Valerie Sandra Doriston.
Deja Chappelle Wilson.
Josh Anthony Polk II.
Jordan LaFavor.
Adam Jamal Burns.
Geraldo Jimenez.
Jaden Chad James.
Emerson J. Hernandez.
Gregory Lamar Streeter II.
Jamar Rashad Johnson.
Destiny Diane Asaro.
Sierra Marie Gonzalez.
Janelle Elaine Williams.
David Juden Solomon.
Mary Jane Larcy.
Corinthian Shanice Linker.
Samira Desiree Herrick.
Michaela Renasia Jackson.
William Robert Gomez Vega.
Kobe Haston Calendar.
Nathan Thomas Addison.
Julius Cesar Reyes.
Naya Simone Allen.
Jenica Bland.
Montera Monet Emerson.
Joshua Andrew Pugh.
Joshua Allen Barr.
Mehanad Damra.
Michael LaFille Burns Jr.
Brenton Miles Laster.
Zachary Allen Cron.
Jesus Ivan Mancia.
Aaron Alexander Evans.
Kirsty Joyce McElmurray.
John Michael Fox.
Chelsea Andre Mercado.
Samantha Jasmine Hernandez.
Julian Alexander Morero.
Aaron Kale Avalon.
James Collins Mathis.
Kelsey Sanaya Hall.
Tatiana Anderson.
Caitlin Elizabeth O'Brien.
Jakayla Hadley.
Harrison Thomas Studer.
Alexandria Green.
Keon Wilson.
Elizabeth DeJesus.
Robert Stephen Bollick.
Jadana Mendoza.
Jolie Coates.
Stephanie Alexandra Rosso.
Savannah Tremaine.
Lucas Wagner.
Catherine Jean McConnell.
Kyle Mandela.
Alexa J. Delbonis.
LaCorion Naquan Dean.
Michael Dean Martinez.
Alicia Medina Sanchez.
Jesus Alexander Carbonell.
Nashim Senquel McBurrow.
Tanner Scott Lagau.
Catherine Lopez Cordero.
Dewey Doan.
Emily Lynn.
Caitlin Nicole Jens.
Quentin Noah Smith.
Ashley Marie Lynn.
Victor Hugo Carterberg.
Jacob Lee McEldowney.
Jaden Ray Randall.
Jasmine Marie Milam.
Lissa Lee Hibby.
Tarek Isaiah Thomas.
Smith. Logan Snowden Smith.
Shaquille Devontae Vieira.
Candice Pombongsa.
Carlos Miguel Villanueva.
Okay, great. Cindy Ann Richmond.
Jarlin Joel Azima Avelado.
Marcus Alendada.
Mark Ryan Lukac.
Jalen Javon Chambers.
Jacob Assam Mardini.
Bianca Posbill.
Joshua Craig McVeigh.
Anthony Singleton.
Dennis Medina.
Tanzania Watson.
Randy Jerome Medina Nolasco.
Mariah Fayann Rails.
Charles Jesus Milan Rincon.
Rafael Palafaz Garzon.
Caleb Batista.
Thomas Murray.
Tawab Mohammed Ashgari.
Cheyenne Alicia Murray.
Israel Aduhar.
Khalil Maurice Bingham.
Cameron Michael Conrad.
Kristen Thomas Berry.
Cameron Duran Ambrose.
Jordan Michael Kilgore.
Starling Almonte.
Kingston Jameer Brown.
Maya Shea Young.
Caleb Trevon Parker.
Carrie Ann Talisa Woods.
Taylon Anthony Knowles.
Garrett Michael Stoner.
Gabriel Marion Brown.
Emily Navarro.
Casey Mitchell Lyons.
Kelsey Fowles.
Tyshawn Elijah Kinman.
Sienna Jenkins.
Zamir Smith.
Ryan Saber Kokas.
Kyle James Mejia.
Ava Elaine Adaba.
Jolise Lahara.
Amanda Victoria Minor.
Kayla Maria Reynolds.
Brandon Patrick Meyer.
Alyssa Karen Rickenbray.
Ebony Miller.
Maria Fernanda Sensano Posa.
Taylor Victoria Mitchell.
Jordan Alexander Swanigan.
Melanie Maria Ayala.
Denise Kraft.
Habis Mubarak.
Lily Aurora Knight.
Mitchell Mundy.
Grace Marie Wright.
Joshua Chase Munnell.
Race Xavier Williams.
Jonathan Michael Ned.
Elizabeth Leanne Whip.
Myron Nero.
Dante Rayshawn Thomas.
Tiffany Vu Wen.
William Dalton Taylor.
Joshua Michael Nolan.
Alyssa Terabesi.
Samuel Shiagazam Opara.
Dylan Wayne Stewart.
Dylan Henry O'Crinner.
Neil Deontay Vieira.
Jabron Antonio Clay.
Natalie Ann Trepanier.
Bailey Danielle Cox.
Amanda Rachel Tillman.
Carissa Burchard.
Abraham Sunwabe.
Jada Renee Brown.
Zion Khalil Stoney.
Devon Boyd.
Amberly Rose Staley.
DeAndre Brathwaite.
Jade Cherie Snell.
Christina Brand.
Jonathan Allen Alexander Smart.
Nathan Patrick Brady.
Shaston Michaela Monahan.
Courtney Praise Brabson.
Ignacio Rosa Ramirez.
Kashawn Del Rosario Bone.
Carlos Damian Rojas.
Christian Matthew Bennett.
Billy Carlos Renteria.
Hishan Mujahid Bilal.
Dylan McKenzie Pate.
Dominic Edward Banky.
Miara Jacoria Parker.
Maxwell Benjamin Bay.
Willis Saviel Soto.
Alyssa Chantel Stabler.
Caleb Carlos Rozier.
Matthew Charles Parker.
Ariel Chantel Robinson.
Kevin Perez.
Malcolm Xavier McCorker.
Ricardo Perez.
Maritza Lopez Reon.
Romeo Perez.
Aquarius Melvin Jefferson.
Ulysses Manuel Perez Galvan.
Brandon Hanson.
Quentin Michael Petway.
Taylor Hagemus.
Grace Marie Pulak.
Jonathan Figueroa.
Alden Thomas Pulliam.
Eder Santiago Escobar.
Stephen Anthony Canones Morales.
Derek Nino D.
Emily Elizabeth Richter.
Jokson Cordova de la Pena.
Canet Rivera Mejias.
Davis Matthew Cohen.
Faith Christiana Robinson.
Hannah Renee Brooks.
Brooke Elizabeth Rada.
James Lee.
Shamil Cicely Ford.
Tracy Quinton Lathrop.
Joshua Ray Eubanks.
Taylor Ann Langdon.
Maria Simone Castle.
Thomas Easley Ladd.
Ashley Espinal.
Kayla Kalena Piraloha Kasuga.
Tom Young.
Andre Georgie.
Brett Michael Duncan.
Jalen Lynn Johnson.
Matthew James Deweese.
Brian Cerna Johnson.
Abigail Dedamore.
Jalandra Trisanya Jackson.
Takoya Keo Dennis.
Leonardo Vega.
Elma Dadich.
Inagani Vincent.
Alina Marie Deo.
Brian Woods.
Robert Andrew Davis Jr.
Natalie Winburn.
Peyton Reese Curry.
JC Dolores Alohalani Williams.
Maxwell Lance Barton.
Zainab. Zainab Aldefai.
Romario Raul Salamanca.
Rafael Jose Arce.
Ricardo Mendoza Salas.
Jayshawn Copeland.
Kadir Shahid.
Rael Del Rosario.
Andrew Thomas Snell.
Cameron Ware. Justin Cameron Ware.
Jahir Jason Solis.
Kiari Joanne King.
Shelby Elizabeth Steinbach.
Amani Yvette Mims.
Araya John Faisha Stewart.
Krishana Sharonda Shalley.
Tyler Lee Stringer.
Matthew Dylan Servant.
Hayden Evan Thomas.
Alexander David Smith.
David Lamonta Tompkins.
Hayden Allen Sparling.
Lynette Tovar.
Liana Tario Ramirez.
Lynn Tran.
Michaela Ann Thomas.
Minaya Ladywood Boss.
Kristen Allen Touchton.
Janae Christa Vaughn.
Arumi Figueroa Aviles.
James Adam Walden.
Jason DeJuan Terry.
Kevin Diaz Lopez.
Malachi McReynolds.
Christian John Marquez de Leon.
Jasmine Kelly McKenna.
Elijah Graham.
Elena Irene McHugh.
Keegan Noel Lang.
Dearion McClendon.
Elian Afif Akilov.
Andrew May.
Alyssa Imamovich.
Alexander Matthews.
Justin Matthew Abear.
Alvin Martinez Hernandez.
Sean Michael Goff.
Jocelyn Marie Martinez.
Daniel Gonzalez.
Nimanganista Marie Florence.
Tyler Kane Garrison.
Roberto Lopez.
Katie Michelle Fritchie.
Esmeralda Lopez.
Roderick Justin Fountain.
Januel Risas Layson.
Jada Kiera Williams.
Federico Valle.
Tamika Lee Williams.
Brianna Victoria Vogt.
Logan Matthew Wilkins Knuffer.
Chanel Vogt.
Deara Shanette Wooden Manson.
Deba Roya Zabir.
Leah Marie Boyle.
Jaron Michael Zamora.
Luva Marina Sandres.
Cesar Centeno.
Kamai Alon Carrington.
Nevin Yang.
Leonel Contreras.
Cage James Yerman.
Hunter Patrick Flanagan.
Alejandro Yori.
Jeanwell Pasqua Galosa.
Cornisha LaShawn Johnson.
Jonathan Ryan Klimas.
Lilia Los.
Hunter Grayson Thurgood.
Simi Matthews.
Kyrese Luke.
Damian Michael Reagan.
Levi Allen.
Michael Clark.
Valerie Rosado.
Sean Alexander Green.
Taylor Renee Anderson.
Amaria Iman Lewis.
Stephanie Guevara Martinez.
Neil Genesis Arithagera.
DeMarcus Layton Sands.
Stephanie Fierro.
Ashton Carrick.
Zaya Jamil Howard.
DeAndre Eddie Jones.
Johnny Flanagan.
Daniel Horshak.
Lauren Charlson.
Gerard Lee.
Nash Goldsby.
Kinmel Navon Lewis.
Brianna Nicole Smith.
Korean Lorraine Mitchell.
Joseph Nelson.
Jeremy Randall Morrow.
Caitlin Angler. Brennan Matthew Conley. Is it Bailey? Bailey Aaron Bice. Victoria Alejandra Rodriguez.
Elliot John Heath.
Jamon Jarrell Hardwick.
Jacob Kenneth Bro.
Ashley Ricardo Angolan.
Angeline Nicole Rivera.
Amanda Blake Backenstoff.
Peyton Scott Bard. Jared Geis.
Andrew Harrison Motley II.
At this time, graduates, move your tassel from right to left to signify the rite of passage. Congratulations, class of 2019. Please rise for the recessional.